Hello, ladies and gentlemen, LMG here, and in this video, we're going to be saying, is Dune fun 100 hours in? Because a lot of people say, well, you don't really get to enjoy a game until you get about 100 hours in. So I think this is a good point to kind of give you my review, my thoughts of Dune, a game I like quite a bit. Now, is it fun 100 hours in? Yes and no, but we'll get into that in this video. I want to go over everything, give you my full thoughts on the game. Now, graphically, nice. And is it lore friendly is your second question. Yeah, it really is. Look at the dust still over here. This actually has it. Time lapses takes about an hour to do a corpse. It will slowly kind of go down as it sucks all the water out of it. Pretty cool, right? And there's a couple of big outposts in the game as well. We'll go visit that. Harco Village, Arkenan, and we've got the Deep Desert as well. That's where the end game is. But first, let's go out and get into our research tree, which is pretty much like Ark and Conan Exiles. That's the developer Funcom. That's their previous game. I did enjoy that one quite a bit, though it has some of the worst story ending I've ever had in a game. But that really wasn't a game for story, though. But just don't ever finish that game. You'll save yourself a lot of time. But the story in this one's actually been pretty good. I actually haven't 100% finished the story yet. I did all the trials, the first part of the story. There's more, and it's really getting good too. But I've kind of been focusing on the end game grind. Because as you can see here, we have different, let's get into this. Different types. You get aluminum tier, then duralinium. And now we're up to the plastinium, which is where the end game is. Which sadly, a lot of you're not in a big guild, or you can do it solo, but not really recommended. You're not going to have a great time, because it's just, you're not going to be able to get those great nodes. You're not going to get great quantities. You'll have to be very careful going in and out, and you can lose everything out there. I've actually lost everything. I had a really great time doing it, but it was right before the big storm that goes out in the deep desert. It takes care of, gets rid of everything. I'm not gonna need to do anything right here right now, so we'll talk while we walk. I went by because I thought everybody was out of the deep desert because, you know, the storm was about to hit, but no, I went by I think the guild, the big guild on here, the Harkonnen, it's called Only Sands, because this game, it's got a bunch. The Haga Basin, let's just show you the big map here, and it's a big map, pretty big. I've got a sandstorm rolling that way. Pretty big. Though weirdly enough, there's weird bugs. Like, I've gone through all this before, but there's still places that even when it's not in a storm, I'll get it covered again. So there's a little bit of bugs. Some people reported losing stuff. But basically, yeah, there's 40 people in the Haga Basin. And there's a whole bunch of basins that go into a server. It all leads out into the deep desert. So we meet a wide variety of people there. So there's plenty of players. Right now, I think it's about 100,000 this late at night. It's been hitting about 150, 185,000 at peak. Going pretty good consoles sometime later on. Okay. Oh, that's the space police. We don't want them. Actually, they're not really a problem at this point. They're just like free bodies. Take it into our ornithopter. And I'll bring you over to my big base real quick. Me and some of the viewers made this. And it's not too bad. It's nothing, you know, audacious, but it's functional. Whoa, I kind of just... Alright. Easy there. A nice little chat. We've got an assault copter right there as well. That did take a little bit of work, but now it's not so bad. That was a little bit of grindage in the beginning. Alright. We'll go down. I really do wish, though, Funcom would put in like an elevator building thing. Actually got a little... Another really fun thing. The AI, we'll talk about the AI combat, too. AI is pretty trash. I mean, it's... See, there's anybody alive here right now? Got him. Okay. That's everybody alive right now, but Yeah, even in combat, sometimes they've just walked right past me. The AI, even in the end game, it's pretty bad. It's not good. The ground combat is not fun. Even in PvP, it's not great either. A lot of the PvP you will see out in the deep desert, it's just a bunch of people firing rockets. Yeah, you'll see large guilds. Because they try to keep it balanced. There's a lot of room in the deep desert. Well, technically, yes and no. If you want to get anything good, though, all the big guilds have already surrounded it very quickly. And you'll get about 90 rockets to the face. So, yeah, it's not that great. Though they have to do, work to make the rockets and all that. But, yeah, the end game is not a great time, but we'll get into that shortly. I get parked upstairs real quick. And we got a suspension belt, which actually lets us jump quite a bit. And yeah, there we go. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I didn't put it away. Alright, let's go visit. For some reason, there's a granite rock that just appears on this, even though that's not solid in a way. Yeah, weird. Yeah, when we head out to the map, we'll just... And you'll probably spend about the first 40, 50 hours on the ground. Okay, let's head out. Load times haven't been too bad. Graphically, yeah, we're running on a 5090 card. Yeah, very nice. So let's get about the big thing, because you're going to put a lot of time in, and you want to get that tier 6 stuff. Because you want to experience all the things in the game. Yeah, technically you can. With a bunch of caveats, and this is kind of where the game is getting less fun for me. Because you got a lot of big guilds just sitting on the big amount of resources. So you can get a little bit. But it's not without its danger. And right now they've got the lands rat, the Harkonnens one. So everything you will drop if you die in the deep desert, they get everything. Your equipment, your gear, etc. It can go on the wayside. But that's actually right now why I put boosters on this copter. Just so we can go a little bit faster there. Does burn a bit more fuel, but... Got all Mark 5 pieces. Oh. Overdid the engine a bit. Don't worry, it'll cool down. Fine. There we go. And the chat's probably about as toxic as you'd expect. But there's been a lot of people nice too in the community as well. Gonna head over my outposts, because everything gets wiped. As we talk about this, everything gets wiped once a week in this. And they said the map changes. Not 100% really. A lot of it is the same. They just kind of move it around. Because my base is in about the same spot almost. I moved it a little bit more forward, but it's basically in the same space. I'm going to get some more fuel cells here real quick. I do like the mining in this game, and you will be doing a lot of it. Insane amounts. Let me get some more in here. So this is just a temporary little base we made. Alright, I'm going to put that in. The Advanced Survival Fabricator. Because let's just give me a couple of quick example here. Trying to make some of these cut arrays. I've actually got most of this I got to bring in, but I need more the spice melange. We can't get in the aim game, but you can get some in the Haga Basin. It is not that easy because it pops out randomly, and you can maybe get 5 spice melange out of it. Maybe if you're lucky. So really the big standout here is in the desert, which is usually guarded. So there are some guilds saying they guard you for 25%, but and on the market, can you buy everything you need from the market? Not really, because, well, the market prices right now, it's not even feasible. Because if you want to get the spice you would need, you're probably talking like millions of Solari, which not, that's going to be a lot of work to get. So I think you could definitely enjoy this. We'll go out maybe the deep desert a little bit. Or at least maybe fly it around a little bit. There's some dungeons out here. They're more of the same, though. All the dungeons in this game usually do play out alike. Maybe we'll go hit one real quick. Show us off here. But basically, yeah, there's about 18, 19 sectors in this deep desert. And there's various nodes and resources. Right now I think we're at B2. And this goes out quite a bit. I think it goes up to 9. So we can go up to B9, then all the way up over here, etc. D4. And there's spice out there, but are you gonna get it? Are you gonna survive though? That's a good guess. And some servers may be more friendly than others, so take that with a grain of salt. And remember, if you do get a private server, you will have the Haga Basin to yourself and your friends, up to 40 people, I believe. But you are connected to other servers on that. So, yeah, so your Setch is connected to everybody else, so you're still on a public Funcom server. You really can't get out of that. So I don't think, that's why I didn't get one. I don't think it's really worth the buck on that. But we'll go off and show a little bit of combat. I think it's over here. Drop down. The gliding mechanic and the piloting in this is great. There's a buggy and a bike as well. We've actually got people in here already. We can probably just go in here and roll it. This is PvE, so like loot spawns for everybody. The PvP sections, it's just whoever gets in. A lot of people are just logging in and out. They'll just log out there, then come back later and grab their loot as soon as it respawns. So it's not really worth it. We should see some NPC combat, but I don't think anybody's alive down here. Yeah, this chat is about as good as you would expect a PvP chat. So if you're a PvE only and you want to get into the end game, I think it can be enjoyed to a point. Alright, there we go. Actually, just switch up to. Blade gets through that. The shotgun is not as good up close. But this, if you've seen the combat right here, that's it. Oh, never mind. Dude. Bro, it's... Yeah, we're not in PvP, so... Though, all the enemies, they look alike, so it's all the same.
Who's that?
Oh. Get you. Nice, alright. Some of the loots. Some of the better tier 6 stuff you need. But every one of these dungeons does really play out the same. And it's okay if you can turn your brain off, I think, for that. But mostly a couple things change, but it's a lot of the same stuff. I think the key is down here. I grab that chest. Like I said, a lot of it is all the same, you just can't really tell. Combat, yeah, it's okay. I've grown to accept it. It's not great, it's not perfect. And I think the end game could be retooled a little bit. Buggy engine would probably just break that down for parts, honestly. We don't use the buggy anymore because it's... Okay. The chest here as well. It's a lot of... You get more parts. You get these in the Hog Basin except for the coolers, but otherwise... Yeah. And it does have a radio as well. It does have in-game radio. Which is nice. Yeah, it's got our Keenan radio, Atreides radio. It's got our Conan radio. Did I go to the... I didn't. Yeah, we want the big chest at the end. Couple unique schematics. So honestly, I think I've gotten most of the unique schematics out here already. Heal kits. Nice, okay. We're out of here. And what do we get, really? Salt boost module. Eh, not bad, okay. Spice duralinium dust for, you know, kind of the higher tier crafting. Yeah, not bad stuff. But yeah, you'll get used to that quite a bit. So I think the end game is kind of severely lacking. I don't think there's really incentive for it for a lot of people unless you just want to grief. Yeah, it's not worth it. I definitely don't think it's worth it as a solo player or even a smaller guild. You can get it, but it's going to take a little bit more work. Overall, I think it is a great game, though. The story actually does get quite good after the first part of the story, so I haven't finished that yet. Ooh, I love the skin on that, actually. Looks nice. I think that's our Conan skin. But definitely would I recommend it? Yeah, I definitely would. I just remembered the end game, not great. The combat, kind of janky, but it's not horrible. But it's got a nice survival grind. It is very true to the Dune lore as well, which I really like. There we go. Couldn't find a parking spot. A little bit of bugginess, but I think they've done a lot of patches, a lot of server fixes. I do think the end game will get pretty stale for a lot of people. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But otherwise, yeah, I think you will get at least an enjoyable 60, 80 hours out of it before you start running out of things to do. But I will leave a link down in the video description below for the Steam link for the game if you want to try it out. I think it runs about 60 clams. Worth it? I say so. Overall, yeah, I'm going to give this... Right now, I give this... I'll change it later, but I think 8 out of 10 for me. I have to agree with IGN. Pretty solid game. End game kind of poop, though. But overall, it is an enjoyable survival experience, I think. Especially if you are running with some friends. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you in the next video.